Hey, what's going on, everybody? It's me again, Golden Blue Dude. And if you're a college football or a college basketball fan, might as well hit that like and subscribe button because that is all we do here. We also have a TikTok channel. We have a website. You can support Golden Blue Dude through PayPal. And we have a merchandise store. But right now, I want to talk about the big dance. And the first half of the games on day one are complete. Any upsets? Of course there were upsets. What about my brackets? Well, so far, I'm 6-2. That's not terrible, except for one of my picks, kind of a bracket buster. I hate it when that happens. I had a good record, but one of those losses, of course, a bracket buster. Let's run through it real quick. First, we'll start off with the West region. This game just finished not too long ago. The 1 seed Gonzaga against the 16 seed Georgia State. And Gonzaga actually struggled against Georgia State there for a while. Now, they pulled away, ended up winning 93-72, a convincing win. But they let a 16 seed score 72 points. And it was interesting there for a while. Gonzaga has got to do better than that if they want to march their way on to a national championship. Who will they be playing? Well, the winner of the 8-9 matchup, Memphis-Boise State. I hit this one as well. Memphis, fairly convincing win over the Mountain West champs, 64-53. I do think that they need to be better offensively if they want any shot of beating Gonzaga. The defense was there today. The offense just needs to step it up a notch. Otherwise, Gonzaga will just shoot them right out of the building. That's going to be an interesting matchup. Now let's drop down to the South region. Perfect there as well. 11 seed Michigan, who I thought did not belong in the NCAA tournament. I picked them to win, though. Over the 6 seed Colorado State, that's exactly what happened. 75-63. Scored a lot of points. That's the big thing that I got out of this. They scored a lot of points. And they're going to have to score a lot more points to beat Tennessee. That's a tough matchup. And that's the other game in the South region that I hit. The 3 seed Tennessee over the 14 seed Longwood. Didn't really have any concerns with this game. 88-56, never was close. And Tennessee, if they played like the way they played against Longwood, will beat Michigan. So there's your round of 32 matchup in the South region. 11 seed Michigan against the 3 seed Tennessee. Now let's talk about the Midwest region. I got a game wrong here, but it didn't cost me all that much. The 12 seed Richmond and the 5 seed Iowa, our first 12-5 upset has occurred. I just didn't pick the right one. Although the other ones could still happen. Richmond, who I thought didn't belong in the big dance, upsets Iowa 67-63. And they're going to advance to the round of 32. Who are they going to play? My Cinderella, Providence, the 4 seed, taking on the 13 seed South Dakota State. It was interesting there for a while, but Providence pulled away, got the win 66-57, and now they're taking on the 12 seed Richmond. Did their path to the potential Final Four spot get a little bit easier? I don't know. Richmond looked pretty good against Iowa. But if Providence plays to their capabilities, they should move on to the Sweet 16. But right now, they have a date in the round of 32 against the 12 seed Richmond. And finally, the East region. This is the brackets that cost me. Well, first, the 1 seed Baylor over the 16 seed Norfolk State. Never close. This was a complete domination, 85-49. No problems for Baylor whatsoever. It was the other game. The 8-9 matchup, the 9 seed Marquette against the 8 seed North Carolina. And I had Marquette going all the way to the Elite 8. What happens? They get smacked by North Carolina, 95-63. And it's going to be the 8 seed North Carolina taking on the 1 seed Baylor. And if North Carolina plays the way they did against Marquette today, Baylor is going to be on upset alert. Now, I had Marquette beating Baylor, marching their way to the Elite 8. If it's North Carolina and they beat Baylor, I think they could get to the Elite 8. So maybe it's just one bad decision for me that cost me a busted bracket. However, you know, there's still some games to come, and I could bust more brackets. But for right now, just one bracket buster, and it's not a total bracket buster, just Elite 8. That's pretty deep. I do consider that a bracket buster. We'll see how the rest of the tournament goes. And by the way, yes, I did make multiple brackets, and one of my brackets still perfect after all of these games. 8-0. So that's the bracket that I'm really keeping my eyes on. However, that's not the bracket that I made my videos on. So I have to stick with the bracket that I made my videos on. And in that bracket, I had Marquette going to the Elite 8. That's not happening. They got smacked around by North Carolina. And now it's going to be a good matchup in the round of 32 between North Carolina and Baylor. We'll see how that goes. Both of those teams played extremely well in the first round. We'll see what happens in the round of 32. So far, pretty good day. that Marquette situation kind of has me bummed out. But that other bracket that I was talking about, still perfect. So I'm going to keep my eyes on it. That's all I got for you for this show. Like and subscribe if you haven't already. And I'll see you on my next show.